amount of things I've watched in a
Yeah, I know
row.
you do a lot of rewatches, but hey, hello, you beautiful bastards, and welcome to my so-called show. And today, me and Dudacis and any other guests that may pop on later will be watching Garth Mareghi's Darkplace episodes 3 and 4. So how are you doing, Dudacis, anyway?
I'm doing great. I'm awake, and all of my bodily organs seem to be working.
Good, because by the end of this day, they may spill out of your ass due to excessive laughter from this fucking comedy masterpiece, which I mentioned before. It's 20 years since this aired, and the last few years it's finally getting some traction, because the past 20 years it's mostly just been people finding it through word of mouth or accidentally discovering it. And since this is the first time you're streaming on this one, when did you first come across Garth Marenghi's Darkplace?
It must have been a few years ago at this point. I had just someone recommend it to me, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is my brand of absurdist humor. I love it."
Yeah, and the absurd thing is, there are actually fucking people out there like him who really do believe they're some kind of creative genius, but they have none of the fucking skills or experience to back it up, and that's what I love about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's and I've kind of got to give Matthew Holness some credit though, because he somehow does a very competent job of making it look like this was incompetently made, and I don't know how he does it, but he's definitely got a fucking skill for it. He's a very talented bloke, and I don't know if you've heard about this as well, but he kind of came back a couple of years back and has written some more novels as his character Garth Marenghi, which I would highly recommend checking out on YouTube.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been listening to his Terratome. It's Garth Marenghi really has not fucking improved over the last few years. He has not learned a thing. He is still the same self-delusional fucking egomaniac as he was before, and I love it. I just love it.
Awesome.
Yeah, but let's not waste any more time. Let's crack on to episode 3 of Garth Marenghi's Darkplace. Episode 3. Here we go. To get the screen on, I do apologise. And
screamed for nurse.
Can you hear it?
Little Miss Nurse didn't.
Yeah.
Miss Nurse was out in the back room having a cigarette and flirting with Doctor. Plane shot through like a big bullet. She knew babies were meant to kick, meant to scratch. No, they weren't. Salutations, friend. Garth Marenghi, horror writer, although I prefer the term Dreamweaver. When I wrote, directed, and starred in
Dreamweaver is such a great title to give yourself.
It does, yeah.
I drew deep drafts of inspiration from the dyke of my dreams. Other times I copied the plots from dead authors on whose work the copyright had lapsed. Tonight's episode, however, is based on a true life story, which meant I could bang it out in under a day. I was told when I was 16 that my balls didn't work. They dropped, but they kept on going. And it was a question of either having them removed or going around with really long balls, like a couple of marbles in a hiking sock. I chose the latter option, and fortune favoured me, because the day I hit 30, they winched right back up. Point two,
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is that all about?
What does it have to do with anything?
Exactly I know. Would it be human? Thankfully, when I
means something to him.
Pam, she dutifully
That's
gave
what
birth
makes
to
it
twins.
funny, yeah.
A huge relief.
You gotta draw from your pain
One of them
somehow.
might eat the other.
Yeah.
Luckily, they didn't, which I put down to good parenting. Tonight's teleplay is about others, or mutants. It's also about my own desire for a son, which I'll probably never have now because my wife's too old. So here is my poem to the put upon, lovingly restored with interviews from myself, my publisher, Dean
There's
Lerner,
no filter on him.
actor,
There is no
Todd
filter
Rivers.
on him whatsoever.
That way, Darkplace will finally get the critical acclaim it deserves. Savor.
I love that this is just a more entertaining version of Todd McFarlane intro for Spawn, the HBO show.
I kind of see that, yeah, because Enzo was showing me that, and yeah, he really does take it like dead serious, doesn't he? The intros.
I'm Garth.
Hey, let me tell you about a guy I know called Spawn. He's really cool. Please
Plus actor.
don't get mad at my teenage power
You're about
fantasy.
to enter the world of my imagination. You are entering my dark place.
What a lovely miniature.
No. Yeah, this is, when you think of this does remind you of like an even worse version of, a really bad version of those 80s TV intros.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, you cut straight to the characters with the names, and you get some action-packed scenes with a cool theme tune, and it feels so
Just
vintage
always
as
have
well.
guns.
Yeah. Yeah, why do they all have guns? They're fucking doctors.
This is a hospital, for God's sake. A house of healing.
Memories.
Memory. I fucking forgot.
Dr. Dudacis to Ward B. Dr. Dudacis to Ward B.
Thanks for coming, Dr. Dudacis. I thought I heard voices.
Now, this is Graham Land.
Based on melodies originally hummed by Garth.
Yeah,
Mareghi.
I don't remember locking this door.
This guy here, he's the one that created the IT crowd, Father Ted, in Black Books. He's a really, really funny writer. Director.
Oh my god,
We weren't doing nothing.
things wrong.
Has a gun. He tampered in God's domain.
Anyone, capiche?
Look at that poor man. Not only has he just been screwed by a giant eye, he's now giving birth.
I love it. I mean, every scene is full of fuck talks like that.
Oh, they're not actors. They're just someone they pinched off the street.
Yeah, it's like they picked off anyone off the street they could get into do any acting, and it shows, and I love it.
Just a low quality baby noise. Baby cry dot wave.
The actor who played that part was not happy. However, I had taken him aside that morning and explained to him what was going to happen. I was going to keep the crew down to about 10, 12 people. The guy who was behind him in the
It's just a minimal Bear Brooks crew of 130 people.
Knew,
Oh, God.
Until that day, trusted. I think that scene's beautiful.
I just think it's very sad that we've had to pixelate out an erection. I think it's very sad that we've had to pixelate
He's
that.
fucking
That
on
people are
the
too frightened of that.
He really
I
is.
just think it's pathetic. You know, we've all got one. Let's get on with it. I could have one now, you wouldn't know. I've not got one.
Oh, the driving scenes. It's just, you know, it's a black
My
background
name is
because they
Dr.
had no
Rick Douglas,
fucking money
MD.
to
Who would have
I
thought
love
that
that
it's
it's
a
just a golf cart.
Yeah.
The guy was undergoing experimental gamma ray treatment for mumps, where the eyeball of a sex offender got in the reactor chamber with him. But if you sell your body for medical experiments to make a
What?
quick buck,
Why do you
you've
have
got to
either of
roll
those
the
two
punches.
things?
At least he was at peace now, on account of being dead. What I couldn't work out was how he'd managed to make another man pregnant. I guess we'd never know. So, just to restate, that is something we'll never know. You're not going to find out later. I should have given
You don't
a
deserve an
to hospital
answer.
top brass straight away, but I couldn't. I don't know why, but it felt good to have this little fella near to me. I guess it felt like I had a son again.
Matthew Holness is a real good writer. So good that he writes a writer who
Don't
can't
play with the
fucking
windows.
write. Who has to spell out every bit of exposition he can.
Reed hauled us in for the morning debrief, but this morning I was determined that my briefs were staying on. Even in times of extreme stress, I was
I
determined
don't know
to stay
why,
sardonic.
but just
But if they found my
fucking
baby, I don't
Matt
know
Berry
what
there
they'd
just
do.
one leg upon the
Dissect
chair.
it.
It's just
Yeah,
like-
because it's supposed to be
As
this
I'm sure you
Skyrim
people are
swagger, and
aware,
it's like
one Tom's gamma
he's
radiation.
a
Clearly they
connected
weren't
man,
talking
that's
about
it,
anything.
he's a
created a
connected man.
horny giant eye on legs.
I heard about that. Did they ever find it?
It was found dead last night. It'd been shot in the eye.
Well, good riddance, Sim. So that's done and dusted then.
Negative,
Just
Sam.
find
It's
the
neither
cut.
done nor dusted. Wonton has reason to believe that the giant eye might have fathered a child.
Do they ever explain who
Hey,
Wonton
any
is,
thoughts?
or is that just a
I
name they
don't
keep
know
dropping?
anything
It's like,
about it.
Wonton's going to be
Besides, I
pissed.
think there are more important
Fucking
matters
don't
to
know
mention.
now.
Could you give me an example?
Like hospital bloody hygiene. I went into the gents and there was a big pube on the pipe, so I had to use the one in E-wing.
It's true, I went there 2 months back and there was a piece of shit stuck to the seat.
Well, someone's going to have to pick that pube off the pipe and it ain't going to be me.
Come on, surely we can discuss something more sanitary.
As if your fanny never graced a pan.
What's crawled up your crack?
She has. She's so up herself.
You shut your mouth, or so help me God, I'll punch your lights out.
The
I know what
fucking
the hell's
eye.
got into
The
him.
fucking
Come
eye.
on, miss. I hope you apply some more makeup.
Just help you apply
Anyway,
some more
I'm
makeup.
out of here.
Not so fast, miss.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I better stop here for wait for the queue.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
That's right. Nowhere.
Nowhere can be a lonely place to be.
I get by.
It's just that I've been hearing some things.
What things?
A lot of things. Strange things. Crazy things. Things, Dag.
Things.
Why is the name of his office on
Well, you shouldn't
the
believe
inside of the
everything
door?
You hear, Thornton.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what- oh, that is the
it's
outside of the
these
door.
little
I'm just
bits-
an
these
idiot.
little bits of
I'm gonna
that
give
show
you
the
24
incompetence of
hours to get
fucking
your
Garth
sorry
Mareghi.
ship to shore.
Obviously, he
After
obviously
that,
has
we'll do
no idea
whatever
what
it
the
takes
fuck he's
to hunt
doing.
you down.
I don't know what you're talking about.
24 hours, Dag. 24 hours. 23 hours, 59 minutes. Don't make me stand here and count.
See you later. I would stay, but the air's starting to stink round here.
Not from me, it's not. I just went.
Door swings back open. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I better get that.
Reed was onto me. I needed to stash the sprog till the heat cooled off.
He just
I
left
had
it
to
in the
get my
car
baby at the
the whole
store.
Yeah,
time.
I know. What the
Quick.
hell?
Attention all doctors. Keep a lookout for a dangerous eye that is on the loose on the ward. This is a DEFCON 4 situation. I repeat, this is a DEFCON 4 situation.
Yeah, those very unfortunate extras that have been forced to fucking act. And they have no
Just
idea
stop
what
and look directly at the
they're doing.
camera.
I know. It's just covering the eye. It's not enough to cover it.
This isn't suspicious in the least.
Oh.
Put it in the
Just
locker.
stop sitting in a fucking locker.
Makeup really is a godsend. Now that my cheeks are freshly rouged, I feel like a real human woman again. Like I can face
I'm
the
not
world.
feminist, but
If the world
even I
didn't
gotta
include
admit, that's
Dr. Rick
fucking
Douglas,
just
MD. What was
being
up with him?
ignorant of
I'm going to
women.
try and pump him for information.
So fucking
Listen,
mad.
That's like Dylan
remember,
Mulvaney
Douglas,
writing
she's
women.
psychic. Don't think of anything or she'll read your mind. Here, have a thumb of this book. It looks like a tawdry horror paperback, but it might just hit marvelous things.
I'm sorry, what did it hit the bottom? Did it say
Romford
best
is the
number one
cruelest of
seller?
cities. Nice start. Beneath its skyline's tattered shards lay a million broken dreams. This is good. I've misjudged the genre like so many.
I'm going to find out what's really going on. I took that batch of slides down to floor 6.
That morning it had rained, but it cleared up again in the afternoon.
It'll be great when that new microscope arrives.
This great city was home to Trent Stockton, and when he saw injustice, anger rose up in him like a bad sandwich.
Word is it's coming Thursday, but you know what deliveries are like.
Unreliable.
Especially these days.
Hold on, Dag. Remember, Liz can read your mind.
He's onto me. Best change tack. What are you reading?
Oh, nothing. Just some horror novel by this guy, Garth Mareghi.
Garth Mareghi. He's my favourite. I've read everything he's done.
I can take it or leave it. Shit, what a really bad throw. I hope
I
you
love it.
didn't
I
see
love the
photo
little
using
hints.
bookmark.
I love the little
Who's
hints
this?
of his fucking narcissism.
That's my son.
I didn't know you had a...
He was born half boy, half grasshopper. He never had a chance. End of.
How do you perfect making something terrible like this?
I know
Okay,
it's God, Matthew,
Goodbye.
it just goes to show what a fucking genius Matthew Holness is.
God, yeah,
Now she's gone.
it's
I
like
can think
stretching a
about the eye
muscle that
chart.
you didn't know existed.
Eye
Like,
chart.
how do you know you can do that?
Yeah, no, because apparently it's like real hard for a good actor to do bad acting, deliberate bad acting. Anyway,
All I'm thinking, wait, is he looking in
This episode is really about my own desire to have a son. I have 4 daughters, and whilst I don't blame them as such, I don't really feel they're on my side.
I don't
So
blame
you
them
think
for their
this eye
chromosomes,
child
but
was
I don't
linked with
love.
the big eye that raped the man in B-Wing?
Maybe not linked, but they're definitely connected. It's
Why
just what
are they
we feared. But why would Douglas be hiding it?
Wait a minute. Today is the anniversary of Douglas' son's death. Maybe he's using this eye child to fill a void left by his dead son. It's a punt up a dark alley, but it's all I've got.
Well, I suggest we tell Reed that it's Douglas who's harboring this mysterious eye
talking
child
so
as soon
fucking
as
fast.
possible.
Aye, aye. Hey, this cat's got claws.
Everything's a joke to you, isn't it?
Not everything, Liz.
I'm going for a shower.
I'll be with you in 2 secs. You can scrub my legs.
Let's grab my
No.
legs.
You better believe it. I'll phone Reed. Get me, Reed. Oh, it's you. It's Sanch here.
What
It's
the
about
fuck does
Dag.
he mean by grab my legs? That's what?
Hey there,
Look at that
little guy.
skybox.
We're family now. You can call me Pops or Dada, and I can call you Skipper. I once had a little boy called Skipper. He was different too. And when you're different, people fear you. Look at Michael Jackson. Or the Crankies, although I think they're quite
God,
shrewd.
I'm so clever.
But it is our duty to fight prejudice and injustice, whether it be in I fought for my country or right here on the streets of Romford.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Fight for Injustice.
Come on.
And there's an entire
I've got
episode
you
where he
about
hates
here,
the
Dudacis.
Scottish.
Day draws into nightfall, yonder stars shine bright. You can be my baby, I hope that is alright. I haven't, but you're dead. You have a little.
Why does he have a tie?
I don't know.
And
I just don't know.
one day we'll all meet in Valhalla.
Why Valhalla? Why Valhalla? What the fuck?
Come on, kid, you can do the karate moves. I believe in you.
Oh, the fucking flashback. It's...
I love you, Skipper. Both of you.
Special effects by Billy.
It's a fucking toy helicopter.
Got a fucking potato sack.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's kind of like a fucking deranged version of
Look at
Edward
these lab
G. Wood.
results.
If you're going to grab me by the
It's
balls, at least
okay.
have the decency not to wave a piece of paper in my face at the same time.
Look, Dag, don't get your panties in the scrunch.
Oh,
There's
fair
nothing
enough.
we can do. My orders come from the top. This is from Wonton himself.
I remember the old Reed. The Reed that wouldn't
Yeah,
kowtow
one
to
song
one
never
Tom.
gets
You know
explained.
I'm
It's like
better
the
than Wonton.
fucking
If I saw him in the
honcho
street,
in
I would
charge
get
of him.
stopped to
It's
slap
like,
his ass. But
yeah.
believe me, he's one fiery dragon whose tail you do not want to tug. Trust me, it won't be harmed.
It has a name. It's called Skipper.
Look, Rick, we
I
all know
named it
you've had
5
a coach
minutes
class trip to
ago.
hell and back with your dead son, but you've got to get over it. That thing's dangerous. Can't you see that?
You know what, Sanch? You can dissect
It'd be a
heart.
shame if we saw
Never
that.
find out what makes it Skipper be.
Look, Dag, this is hospital business now. Hand him over. Okay.
Who are the two in the background?
Okay.
Yeah, just
But as soon as
unable
I'd
to have
finished
the
saying
fucking
K to
continuity
Reed,
errors.
I had a fearful premonition. But as soon as I'd finished saying K to Reed, I had a fearful premonition.
Premonition.
That is actually genuinely creepy. I'm not gonna lie. Get it down a little bit.
I knew what I had to do.
Put it in the potato sack. It'll be safe.
It just fucking punches it.
Just fucking
Fucking
dang.
kills
Oh
him.
my god, that guy's dead.
He's got a stick.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. Apparently, I don't know if it's a fucking turd or something, but
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
It's a piece of the set.
Hey, people say it's supposed to be a fucking Ted, but I don't know.
Oh God, I hate that it has lips.
Yeah.
Ooh. Tell my wife, say, I've been hit.
Why is he karate jumping?
Who's that guy? Don't worry, baby. You'll be safe in this blender.
Yeah. This is a guy who's just making it up as he goes along, and God, he's just so fucking good.
You can tell that Garth clearly does like a first draft, and that's just about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're acting like an ape. A wild ape. Just let me hold him in my arms one more time.
He takes himself way too fucking seriously as well, which only makes the acting even worse. And
Although, one thing I'll give him, at least he allows his character to get beat up, unlike The Rock.
yeah, I agree. Or Steven Seagal.
Jesus Christ. Should we stop this, or?
Yeah, and he looks at the fucking camera.
Ouchie.
Dag, it's time to go. If there's anything I can do, anything.
There is one thing.
Just say the word.
Another chance.
It's been taken care of. I got John to give it a quick wipe. I'll leave you alone to make your peace.
Come back into frame, please. Yes!
Yeah.
Sorry, Dag, they've just asked if you could be moved out. They need to bleach the sink.
I love Richard Ayoade. I really fucking know.
He's great.
Those would be unkind people. I did my best.
He couldn't actually interact with, like with another actor. I've never seen that before, and I've never seen that since. But I mean, I've just
I wonder why.
It looks okay though. Do you think that eye child took over Dag's mind?
I don't know, but it took over his heart. For a while, at least.
I think Liz and I are going to go and check up on the guy. See how he is. You want to come too?
No.
No.
Nah.
No.
Meanwhile, at the skybox.
Yeah, he's like the brooding hero, the tragic hero. Nah.
Except he didn't do anything and killed multiple people. You're parked in the handicap spot.
I should never have let myself get this close again. How's your head?
It'll live.
Yeah, no, it's just like fucking. He's really fucked her up.
How's your head? It'll live.
Thanks.
Yeah, she's got like fucking concussions, and you can't see her fucking left eye. Like, you've messed her up, man. You have.
Dag, I think you might be a monster.
She's a good girl, Dag. You're too hard on her.
I know.
You hard on her.
I just
Yeah, he's always over pronouncing his fucking words. He's over enunciating fucking words all the time.
Like a cube on a pipe.
Yeah. Something like that. Come on. Let's get out of here. I'll buy you a drink down the drip.
Can I take a rain check on that? My guts are playing up.
Sure.
Gets playing.
Here's £1 if you change your mind.
Thanks. Are you sure you're going to be all right?
Can I take a rain check on that? You bet.
God, we're so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Pass the postbox. Can you pop this in? It's my postcode. Sure thing.
What? What did he just give him?
Oh no, I just missed it right now. But
I've been pound.
Hey, email this for me.
I could
I know we
this
just had a
had this
moment.
cool.
And that
This had
takes
this moment of
humility.
trying to be cool, and that dorky moment shows up.
Nothing could take the place of my son, not even a pet. Though I would like a Jack Russell, they're very clever dogs. I thought back to the good times we had together. We'd play games all the time. I'd beat him easily, of course, but that wasn't the point. He learned something important from each fresh defeat. The one thing he could do was out-jump me. That, one day, would prove to be his undoing. But I'd need a scotch before I told you about that one. All I'm saying is it involved a hop and the blades of a helicopter.
He's just tearing it all up.
Back inside, you little shit.
Yeah, look, she's in the house fucking hiding from him as well. Jesus Christ. Even as a dog person, I found that fucking hilarious.
Real life incident, which I observed in the Jets at Dean's. All I know is the pube weren't mine. Because mine are
Killed
grey,
by wasps.
or indeed white.
So, she said, "Oh, you don't need to say that."
In the end, I picked up that pube. And I'm glad I did, because it made that gents a better place to be in. And that is my question to the government. Are you prepared to get your hands dirty, or are you going to let things clog up the system?
He's fucking insane. Oh, man. God bless you, Matthew Holness. I know I'm saying it a lot, but fucking hell. He created some very memorable characters here, isn't there?
The best.
All right, we'll move on to the 4th episode. But God, I just love this show. It's, God, like I said before, how the fuck they do a competent job of making something that looks incompetently made is fucking craziness, but they pull it off. They really do.
Okay, so is that toy helicopter? Is that in the foreground or the background?
I think it's in the background, but it still looks like a toy helicopter.
Yeah. Like, it clearly is a toy helicopter. It's just I can't tell how big it actually is.
So yeah, we'll move on to episode 4. There isn't really much to analyze because the episodes are all kind of the same. They all bring home the same point, don't they? Like this is basically, this TV show was a vehicle for him to exercise more of his narcissism to try and get his books out in a way as well, and gain more fame. And it's just kind of gone back on him. But now, like 20 years later, after it only briefly had an airtime in Peru, he's like he's trying to revive that, and it's still as disastrous as ever. And I love that.
One day he'll get his Langoliers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's obviously, because I think Inside Man was talking to me on a stream about like there are plenty of people who've watched enough movies, read enough books, but when it gets down to actually doing it, they have not got a fucking clue. And and Matthew Holness really fucking brilliantly conveys that with Garth Marenghi's Darkplace, because that's who Garth Marenghi is. He's read enough Stephen King, he's watched enough crappy TV to think he can do this stuff when he hasn't got a fucking clue. And I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so moving on to episode 4.
Moonlight shone down on the place unhindered. The gnarled parapets jagged upwards like a bony hand of icy indifference. In the background, there was a pigeon. Who knew how long the place had stood there? 40 years? 50 years? Tempus immemorial?
We go on to the full screen, don't apologise there.
But it was a bad place.
There's a pigeon in the background.
A very bad.
Cool detail, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that helps.
Yeah. There is actually some very good atmosphere in this room, although it does actually look very eerie and creepy. But then he opens his mouth.
He starts talking, and it all goes down the toilet.
Or perhaps you've met me at a book signing. I'm Garth Mareghi, horror author. My business is chill, pure and simple. You know, my books are all essentially about what ifs. In Black Fang, I asked, what if a rat could drive a bus? And what if it and its rat brethren took over and ate Parliament?
I'd read that book.
When I wrote, directed, and starred in tonight's episode of Garth Marenghi's Darkplace, I was asking another what if. Now, I won't tell you which what if it is, but it's basically along the same lines but with a different animal. Without giving too much away, think Planet of the Apes.
It's like the more he promotes himself, the more he just exposes just how fucking crazy he is.
With myself, my publisher, Dean Lerner, and the actor, Todd Rivers, so that we can tell you what it means. Here it be. A future shock that'll shit you up. I'd like to dedicate tonight's episode to my wife, Pam, who deals with the bulk of my admin.
Yeah, the old 1980s channel for identity.
I'm Garth Marenghi, author, dreamweaver, visionary, plus actor.
NFT owner.
I'm about to enter the world of my imagination. You are
I love the fact that he says all this cool stuff and then ends on plus actor.
Plus actor.
I know, you start with that fucking first
Yeah.
of all, and end with Dreamweaver, but no. God bless Matt Berry. How the fuck can you not love this guy?
It's fucking great.
Yeah, Richard Ayoade as well is he's usually very, very nerdy, but here he's kind of fucking creepy, yeah. Dean Lerner. That is
Darkplace.
Yeah, there's hints that he may have murdered Madeline Wool as well, because he hints that she was buried down the Eastern Bloc, which is really fucking dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Sanch, are you coughing Z's? Come on, I need you on the ward. There are kids dying out here.
She said that ready to go.
That mouth feels like somebody parked a car in it.
That's a car there. Yeah, so what colour is green?
Is this the broccoli episode?
Yeah, I think it's the ape episode.
Oh, it's the ape episode. Okay.
Yeah.
It's peculiar.
Sanch! Sanch? What?
I like the fact that Garth Marenghi is wearing cowboy boots. That's like a proper man's man of the 80s, wear cowboy boots with your fucking soul.
We knew at the time it was raw, but we didn't realise it could get rawer with time. It's balls to the wall, flat out horror.
They would not make this show today. They would not make it. You know, it was way the hell out there. You know, we were young, we were physically fit, and we were challenging logic.
I have to check something real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sorry, man.
A new terror in Darkplace. Sanchez, my friend, my buddy, is now an ape. Although he's got a proper surgeon, he does now smell like an ape. But was he the only one? Well, the word on the ward was no, he weren't. This place was dark. Damn dark. Hence, Dark Place. We parked the wheels.
While my friend is gone, yeah, I really highly recommend you listen to Garth Marenghi's audiobooks on YouTube. They are so fucking funny.
Good news. You're going to be all right.
Thanks to you.
I love this bit.
Now, here are those prescription drugs you couldn't afford. I bought them out of my own pocket. Don't thank me. I've got to go and save another life. Take care, little guy.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. My dog was going crazy.
Yes, buddy.
Oh, your dog. They know. They're very needy creatures. Great to have, but very fucking needy.
That means a lot.
Anyway, hope your cancer goes well.
Yeah. it hurt. Tell me about it.
One of the child actors who was working on set because they were rude about Garth writing. It was more of a back of the hand than a punch. But they came up in a big red bruise. Someone took a photo of it. Laugh, cry. I don't see it as a problem.
He's genuinely fucking scary, Dean Lerner.
That was fucking.
Right away.
This man should not have any form of power.
Dad, in here.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, somebody missed their
Trying
cue.
to drink that bastard. He was waiting to be called in.
Backs out of the shot.
It's certainly an improvement on the old look.
Hey.
These are actually very good actors. I mean, the woman who plays Madeline Mull, Alice Watt, she's a very funny,
Thanks.
funny
I'll have a
actress.
coffee.
Thanks, Sanj. I'd love a glass.
Oh, drat, it's run out. Here, have mine.
No, Sanj, you have it. I'll grab a coffee instead of the water.
One coffee coming right up. Here you go.
Cheers.
Nothing sounds natural. Nothing feels natural with these people. They can't even look
sure you
natural
people
having
are
a
aware
drink.
we've got
I
a
love it.
situation. People are regressing to a primal stage, and it's spreading. Fast. Douglas, we need a slice of your loaf.
Yeah, the
What's
slam on the
going
desk.
I figure the following. Sanch is regressing to Homo neanderthalinus. Right now, Sanch, you're Homo erectus, but who knows how long you've got.
I appreciate you being straight with me.
And you and I are Homo
Oh,
sapiens.
yeah. How long you got? Yeah,
But
he's
if
very
we're all
cool about
basically
fucking
homos,
dying.
Shouldn't we get along?
You'd have thought. But Homo erectus is famed for his meanness. How you feeling in here, Sanch?
I'm bearing up. You know me, Dag.
Yeah. Yeah, I do, big guy.
This is just a great line delivery.
We need to lift this problem before it turns round and
You
slaps
can
us
also
in the
hit that
nuts.
Garth
We
Marenghi
need
is really
data.
jealous of
Liz,
Todd Rivers
pull us
because,
boys in, if you'll pardon
in
the
comparison,
expression.
he does have the fucking looks
Liz?
in a way in the corner.
Liz.
Yeah.
Liz.
It's got Liz, too.
Whatever it is.
Dr. Sanchez, if you don't come to surgery now, we'll have to start there.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, there is a lot of animosity
I need to
towards
crack it,
Ella.
but
It's
this
like
not
you
one
can
will
really
be all
see
over
it.
me like knockers in a
Look
wind
at
tunnel.
the shot.
He knows a lot about monkeys.
Right, I'll stay here.
Thanks, Dad.
Come on, Liz.
I led Liz, by now a sick parody of womanhood.
Is it always the same two doctors in the background?
Yeah, no, that's it. Because
So at this stage in the narrative,
I love,
it would be
I
odd
love
if he
those
did.
little details that hints at the lack of fucking money they had, or the
This makeup
people
was
willing
done-
to actually
This makeup was
help
done
out with them,
years ago.
or
for the
forced to
monkeys.
help out.
I was worried when I saw the VHS again that it would look ridiculous and old-fashioned, you know, and quite naff. It's not true. It looks great still.
You listen to the commentary on this, you can see Todd Rivers is dying to say, no, this is the biggest pile of fucking shit.
Would you like a drink?
I
of
hate
something?
being on it.
Tea, coffee, juice?
I'd love a glass of water.
No! That's mine.
Don't sweat it.
You can't have it. It's all mine.
Come straight to the
Yeah,
point.
Julian Barrett
Where
from the
does the
Mighty
church
Bows,
stand
a
on
very
the
funny
matter of
guy.
evolution? Monkeys were created by God to entertain us. That's all we know, Rick.
That's a hell of a worldview.
Come on, Liz.
Mind how you
Well
go,
view of
Rick.
Garth Marenghi. Every bit of his writing just fucking spells out more and more of his insanity.
Ah.
It worsens. The Padre, my friend and colleague, is now an ape. Who was next? Would it get me? I really hoped it wouldn't. And what was it, anyway?
Look, you can hear the cars going by, but you don't
Why
fucking
Liz?
see him.
Why the Padre? Why Sanchez?
Can't even hide at the
Why
fact that
not
it's in a
Ray?
fucking backlot.
Why not me? This hospital was turning into a jungle, and everyone was acting like monkeys.
Terry, run a J over the seat. I think Liz has left a souvenir.
Emergency in surgery. Emergency in surgery.
Not my fault, monkey bastard hands. It was the character. I mean, I know the beast in me. I've been drunk with him for 15 years. So it was home from home, you might say.
Both Todd and I were wild at the time. I mean, we were behaving like flipping Romans. We were like animals. And I looked in the mirror one day, excuse me, and I said, "You're not a man, Dean. You're an ape."
I've stood in Dean's front room and watched him make a lot of love. Let's just say that. I'm afraid of what I'm becoming. Yeah, that's me.
I always get the sense that Todd Rivers probably was
The best head in the hospital.
some mid-actor who had a
Started to
passion
get
for
some
it, but didn't
pretty
have
primal urges.
the talent he thought
I didn't
he
want
had.
to say, but When I went into surgery this morning, you were waving your bits.
Yeah, I do get the feeling that he's the only one who actually has talent, but he's just
Yeah,
in
in
this piece of
comparison,
shit.
anyway. Yeah, even the mid actor with even the mid actor is more fucking talent than the rest.
Yeah. Attention.
If I get too far gone, Rick, you know what to do.
Yeah. Will you hang on in there, bud? You hang on in there for Rick.
Because it does look like he could have been a fucking big TV star in the 80s as well. The way
That
his
was stupid
hair is,
handshake
the way
again.
he talks. Where he got stuck
Yeah, really
on the
sold
ship.
that hit.
Yeah.
My thoughts having been knocked, I fell into a strange, fantastical dream, rich in imaginative imagery. I found myself alone in a primitive
Just
land.
take my word for it. It was fucking imaginative.
Yeah.
Real H.P. Lovecraft of you, explaining it all.
Then the other.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Garth Mareghi does a lot. He always spells out every single fucking thing instead of letting his audience come to their conclusions. And yeah, this should be like every filmmaker should watch this on what not to go. Matthew Holness does a good job spelling this out.
Listen, I know you can only do so much with a tiny budget, but
I know. Then again,
a little bit of effort goes a long way.
Yeah, Dean Leonard actually ends up saying that they practically had no fucking money. It's like they probably didn't pay the fucking extras the money that they asked for. They probably paid them with some crappy, some sort of crappy payment.
When I came to, my head felt like a plum without the pip. Apparently, I'd been asleep for a month, which is ages. Reed told me everything.
Month, which is ages.
Yeah, yeah.
They've taken over.
Yeah, it's like you said, he just writes the first draft and doesn't proofread it to see if, to make sense of the fucking dialogue or any of the sentences.
We're like MP40 is just like the easiest gun to get a hand, like your hands on. And I feel like they're in every cheap fucking thing ever made.
Yeah, 1960s and 70s films seem to have them a lot, even though AKs were already invented.
Blow me if I know. God, my throat is parched. I'd best have a sip of water.
Water with no ice.
Yeah, he's just fucking...
We better show every fucking step of this or the audience might get lost.
I know. Once again, showing that Garth Mareghi has no sense of trust in his audience. And it's funny, it's very fucking
Maybe we
funny.
shouldn't do anything.
What do you mean?
I mean, this hospital's running pretty well, despite all this.
What do you mean?
No one takes days off anymore, everyone's grooming each other, and the doctors are literally working for peanuts. Within a year, our financial problems will be history.
Yeah, it's a pretty smooth operation, all things considered.
Children's wing.
Hollywood's taking notes already.
The Darkplace Dagless Kiddie Wing. It's
Nah, fuck it, Hollywood are doing this shit. After the fucking VFX workers.
But right now, most of those kids are chimps, and that's my priority.
You're a fool! You're a fool to walk away from this! You're a fool! 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 You're a flippin' fool! You're a
flippin' fool.
I am using that gag in one of my reviews. Yeah, you're a fool, you're a fool.
I don't even have time to drink this water I'm about. It's the water, the water, the water, the water, the water, the water.
I wonder where this could be coming from. Oh.
It is the water. Don't drink that. Look, it's bright green.
Thank God I only took a tiny sip.
It fucking glows in the dark, dude. We shouldn't be drinking this.
Green all fucking show. And he's only just noticed.
Whoever or whatever he or she or it is will be in there.
Right, I'll stay here and try and recuperate as fast as I can.
He's got his Smith & Wesson 500 Bone Crusher ready to go.
I know, man, Christ. He's got to have the dirty Harry gun, doesn't he? It's like...
survives is that I only take a tiny sip. There's that line, thank God I only took a tiny sip. And if you take a tiny sip of this, you're all right.
I know writers who use subtext, and they're all cowards. Okay?
I love that line.
I know, it's one of the best fucking lines, and it perfectly sums up his writing. It does.
And no one's asked that.
I like kind of paraphrase that on a daily basis of just say, you know, subtlety is truly the language of cowards.
Yeah. Oh, fucking
That's a late second fall. Oh God.
That fucking bass guitar.
He's fucking going to town.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just killed some fucking innocent workers as well.
It's like, they haven't done anything wrong. That's so much fucking water. Why would the hospital have a whole room for this?
Yeah. How fucking big is this place?
Well, we've got 5 rooms for operations and recuperation. The rest is for water storage. Peekaboo. What the fuck? Ew.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to go out with way to humiliate Todd Rivers and fucking hate Madeline Wall. So there's definitely his insecurities coming out there.
The head honcho.
Oh, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got like 1 bullet left? Theoretically.
Yeah.
And now he has none.
You can see the strings on the boxes as well. Yeah. Making motorbike sounds.
We'll undercrank the camera. It'll make it look like they're going fast. Everyone will believe it.
Yeah. You just can't have. He can't have the fucking stupidity of it all. He can't.
I miss that effect. I know it doesn't. It's never really looked good, but I miss undercranking the camera.
Yeah,
I think that's what that's called anyway.
Sped up. Sometimes it's very funny. I mean, especially in scenes like this, it just makes it funny.
Oh god, why? Why are the tires on Dag's bike so small?
It's like a kiddie bike.
Yeah. They stole it for the production.
Yeah, you cannot put it past them. Dean Lane is probably insane enough to fucking steal these bikes off.
Yeah.
I know the music's real fucking cheesy, but I actually like it. I actually like the soundtrack. I don't.
It's strange. It's cheesy, but it's pretty good.
Yeah. It does help that they have actually used a proper accomplished musician, just using the cheapest, shittiest fucking equipment he can, and for the soundtrack.
I'm too busy just staying
Hell yeah.
Why is there a ramp there? Why is there a fucking ramp there?
I don't know. Why is this hospital literally in the middle of nowhere?
I know. Why do the doctors have fucking guns? Why did he have a spade when he was
It's clearly a guy in a wig.
In the first episode.
Just an obstacle course now.
Why is there a trampoline? Why is there a fucking climbing frame?
I gotta beat my best
He's walking
time.
on it as well. He's walking on his.
Those 4 or 5 cardboard boxes aren't gonna hold him for long.
Yeah.
I'm sweating now. If you use antiperspirant, it clogs up your pores. If you clog up your pores, you're going to sweat elsewhere, on your tongue, under your ears, on the forehead, and if you block all those areas with antiperspirant, you're going to get a breath problem. And that's fact. That's scientific fact. And if you block up everything, well, then you're going to sweat.
Does it have to do with anything?
And get cancer.
I know.
That which died in my arms out there should never have walked on God's earth.
Agreed. So what was it, Dag?
A blasphemy. A demented monkey man, half-formed and hell-bent on dragging us back into the Stone Age.
Could you give us a detailed explanation as to why all this happened?
He was once a scientist who specialised in human evolution and had worked hard on it for
we,
many years.
we may have
He
forgotten to
was
put
told
this in the
during his
episode, so
research
Yeah,
here
they
we
forgot to put it in, so they have to
mankind's
fucking
atavistic
work
tendencies
around
and
it.
harness them for
ADR
his malevolent
at the
speed.
last
He developed
second.
a serum extracted from the gonads of gibbons, which when passed through the balls of chimps at light speed in a special atomic container could turn men into monkeys. He then set about contaminating our very own water supply. So I've had to develop an antidote, which is why everyone is now back to normal. Thankfully, he didn't succeed.
Well, I thought we discussed this last week.
True enough, but if you boys make another crack about my taking a shit in Dag's car, I'll give you the thick end of the wedge.
Okay, Liz, no need to go, eh?
Hey, I thought I told you.
She's going bananas.
Yeah, there's nothing natural. There's no chemistry between them, but there's chemistry between the actual. It's weird. It's weird. Yeah, YouTube footage uploaded from someone who had it recorded on Sky TV.
We laughed to protect ourselves, to mask the awful horror. Although I thought what Reed said about Liz going bananas was genuinely witty. Each man must have
Fuck Liz.
whether through sport or violent films. But a man must not let his beast be his master. Otherwise, you're no better than Bill Wyman.
What a weird jab there at the end.
Yes.
Hey, fuck that guy.
I called Madeline Ball.
Yeah, here it comes.
I've always been good with words. She was like a zoo in a woman.
I don't think anyone will get an animal impersonator like her again.
It's so hard to watch this episode, knowing that she's now missing, presumed dead, with the presumption heavily on dead.
Jesus
I don't think they'll find anything. But then again, she was like a candle in the wind. Unreliable.
I was typing and I had this block, and suddenly I heard a voice come here, and it was Madeline. And she spoke to me. And she said, Garth, that sentence needs a verb. And she was right. And she said, that's inelegant. And then very quietly she went.
Yeah.
And I lit a joss stick and prayed.
So, yeah, he's actually hinting that he may have had some involvement in her parent death. Yeah, we'll stick around at the end as well, because we do get a great line by Dean Lerner, which hints even more at this very dark backstory here.
This is the whole test footage.
Yeah.
Just stare at the camera for
Yeah,
like, I don't know, 10 minutes.
I reckon she's probably somewhere in the Eastern Bloc. That's my hunch.
Do you think she's still alive then?
No, I think she's probably just buried in the Eastern Bloc.
Jesus Christ.
If she got a burial.
Holy shit.
Nina's eyes.
Yeah, we'll save this summer episode for another time. And yeah, thanks for joining me, Dudacis. But God, man, that fucking Lan, she's probably buried in the Eastern Bloc.
Probably the Eastern Bloc.
I know, yeah.
If she
Madeline
got a
Watts
burial.
fucking dead. She's fucking dead.
She absolutely is.
And what did Garth Mareghi have her fucking killed because she pointed out some of his writing inaccuracies, his bad grammar? It's like, yeah, this really does bring a dark twist to this fucking shot, and I kind of love it.
That sentence needs a verb.
Yeah.
Oh, this show's amazing.
It is amazing. It's God, it's surprisingly fucking mean spirited as well when they say, especially when they talk about what went on in the background of people being poisoned by the fucking fog. It's like, yeah, this is what happens when you have maniacs with enough money or no money, but somehow the resources to create their own show with no fucking
oversight,
no standards or anything, no common sense. It's absolute brilliant, and fucking, I've said this before, God bless Matthew Holness. He has not done enough stuff, this guy. He's really good.
Yeah. Oh, well, at least we got this masterpiece.
I know.
He has actually got a short film on YouTube called I think A Gun for George, which I would highly recommend that as well. And it actually shows he is a very good actor. He can really fucking act. It's only 20 minutes long though, but he really does. He's kind of like Garth Mareghi in a way, like he's a writer desperately trying to get his books out, but he's much more tragic, and the ending is really, really fucking dark, and you kind of feel for him in this one. But I don't want to see Matthew Holness do more stuff because he's a very talented guy. It's like he's got these fictional actors who have no chemistry, but there still manages to be chemistry between the actual actors. Though it's a weird contradiction, and I don't know how they pulled it off, but it's so well done.
Yeah, it's fucking masterful.
So yeah, thoughts on these 3 episodes, Dudacis?
I forgot most of the shit that happened in them, and I'm glad for that because
you're watching for the first time again.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like that. I do forget the odd little bit. It does make it more fucking rewarding as well because you kind of end up. I think it's because you're laughing so fucking hard that you do miss a few other bits of dialogue, and then once that starts to die down a bit, you hear the other bits of dialogue and you're laughing at that. It's because there's so many funny bits as well, and it's also subtle without being subtle.
There's so many little like gags constantly happening.
Yeah, there's so many layers littered beneath the show within the show that hints at the insanity Garth Mareghi and Dean Lerner have put every single fucking actor and crew member through. And yeah, it's a very mean-spirited show. It is a very mean-spirited show, and it's very disturbing as well, the delusions these two fucking people have. I mean, even Todd Rivers is kind of delusional, even though he probably could have been a good actor given a good director and a good project, but instead he's wound up in this shit, and he probably has never recovered from it since.
He's like the guy who plays the best friend in the room. He's just sort of trapped with Tommy Wiseau forever now.
I sort of see that as well, because they did do another show together, Matthew Holness and Richard Ayoade, called Man to Man with Dean Lerner, and it is revealed that they did do a film together, and it's like some really shitty fucking wasp invading thing. It's only a short clip, but of a fake movie, but it is still very funny.
Awesome! I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, Man to Man with Dean Lerner, where he interviews different characters played by Matthew Holness, and it's very funny. And once again, you're getting more and more of an insight into what a fucking downright sociopath Dean Lerner is. I think he's a sociopath anyway. I don't know. But yeah, that's Garth Marenghi's Darkplace, episodes 3 and 4, and I will try and I'll try and see if I can fit a slot in for the last 2 episodes, because I really want to get these done before October. And yeah, thanks for joining me, Dudacis, man. It was a fucking laugh. It really was.
Thanks for having me on, even though I didn't say I was coming on.
I know, because this is the second time I've had you on for this, but because of internet problems, we didn't get to fucking do it properly. But I was glad to finally have you for the fucking trip, and I really hope I can get you on next time.
It's good to be had.
I know, man. And so yeah, and I know you say you're not a YouTuber though, but you're still doing other stuff with other YouTubers. So yeah, what have you got on the next on the horizon then, on the schedule?
Excellent question. It's kind of been up in the air. I do a Highlander show with Lord of Toxicity, but I feel like the last 2 weeks I've watched like 5 or 6 things with Stupenzo, and those will be coming out eventually. I think the next thing that's coming out is Chopping Mall.
I'm gonna have to watch that. I think he asked me to do it once as well, and he's forgotten. So I'm gonna have to talk to him, because I want to do another Dark Side with him. I do. It's just been fucking finding the time and time zones, everything. But Enzo's, I will speak to Enzo about this and see if he'll have me on. If not, we'll try and hope he can have me on for something else, because I do want to do a really schlocky, fucking crappy horror movie with him. Just to sort of that I've not seen yet, that I can riff on and have a little laugh with. It's
well, Roger Corman produced 1 million of them, so the well will never run dry.
Yeah, Roger Corman, he's like the king of the B movies. But the thing is, people love these anyway because you can still see there was a fucking passion in them, unlike the stuff you see from Disney Star Wars, where it's just people trying to hop on an IP and corrupt it. I never get that with stuff like Roger Corman or even The Rome didn't feel like that as well. Tommy Wiseau definitely had a passion for it, but he just had no fucking experience in filmmaking whatsoever. He had no idea what he was doing.
I speaking of Tommy Wiseau, I really want to know if that HD version of The Room actually exists somewhere.
I hope so as well. I've watched it. I've only watched it once though, but
what do you mean you filmed it both on film and with an HD camera?
Yeah.
And you only let out the one on film.
Oh man, I need to watch that again. I want to watch his other film. Was it Friends? I think it's called, where which I'm hearing is actually pretty good, even though Tommy Wiseau is still a bit of a fucking weirdo on it. It's we have to give it a go.
Yeah,
but the guy who's his friend in real life. I forgot his name now.
Greg Sestero?
Greg Sestero, that's him. Yeah, he actually does seem like a fucking genuinely nice guy as well. He's like this very sane, down to earth guy, but he's got this fucking weirdo hanging around him as well.
Yeah,
but he must see something in Tommy Wiseau that we're not seeing. I don't know, but it's a very odd partnership, but it is a very touching partnership all at the same time. Yeah, but we've watched both these episodes, and hopefully, hope you have fun with the Highlander streams and any other stuff that you end up being invited on as well. You're more than welcome to come on here next week as well if I can try and do another rewatch.
All right.
Yeah, and I do hope Toxic has managed to he's managing to get through this whole fucking clear up with the hurricanes, because I know he's going through traveling a lot, he's going around a lot as well, and there's all this shit happening, and it's a total disaster. And the people in charge, from what I'm hearing, the people in charge really are doing a very bad job at trying to get this mess sorted. And but I do hope it is sorted soon. I mean, God bless the people who've had to suffer these awful tragedies at the moment. Heart goes out to you. So yeah. Thanks for joining me, Dudacis, and thanks for joining me, anyone who's watching this rewatch, and whether you beautiful bastards are Northern English or not, thanks for watching, and do remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and to ring that bell in order to be notified. And if you wish to further support this channel, then the links are in the description below. But right now, I am done, and I am off to the pub. Thank you, and enjoy your night.